Hello everyone. In this PowerPoint you're going to hear myself, Miss Ponsonby, Miss Dolan and Mrs Mills giving you some information to help you about our return to school in September. This PowerPoint goes along with the booklet that you've received attached to the email. It shows you and tells you how we're organising things in line with government guidance. So government guidance for returning to schools in September means that as far as possible students should be kept together in their year groups with a separate inside and outside space, for example, and with limited movement around the school building. So this PowerPoint is going to tell you, alongside the booklet, how we've organised things for the school and for your daughter from September. We are really looking forward to welcoming your daughters back into school in September. For Year 7s, all Year 7s will start on the 3rd of September. And for the first 2 days, there will just be Year 7s in the building. And this will help us to support them to find their way around the building and to make sure that they're really clear about expectations and how we've arranged things from September. For Years 8, 9 and 10, the first day of term will be Monday the 7th of September at the usual time. For Year 11s, you will have an academic review day on the 3rd of September where you'll come in for appointments and see your form tutor, which will be a really good start to the year for you. And you will then start on Monday the 7th of September at 10 o'clock, a slightly later start. We are really looking forward to seeing all of you. There'll be no changing to the timings at the start of the day. What will change though is that your daughter will use a different entrance to the school, which will be for her and her year group only. At the end of the day, we will not change the timings of the school day, but we will dismiss the girls slowly from 3:20 onwards so that not all the girls are leaving at the same time. In the morning, the building will be open as usual from 8 o'clock, and therefore you'll be able to drop your daughter off at any point from 8 o'clock onwards. We ask that they're in school and inside the building by 8:30. So how have we organised things so that year groups stay as much as possible together? Each year group will have their own space in the school where most of their lessons will take place. I've already mentioned that they'll have a separate entrance and exit just for their year group. Miss Ponsonby has already sent videos to the students to show them which entrance they'll use to come in the morning and which exit they'll use to go home at the end of the day. Each year group has a separate outside space and a separate space for lunchtime, and I'll detail all of that on the next slide. This slide has got a lot of detail on, so I'm not going to read all of the details out. I'm just going to explain briefly the spaces and the break and lunchtime areas. It would be really helpful if you sit with your daughter and have a look at this table so that your daughter and you are really clear about the inside and outside spaces for her year group. All of the entrances will be clearly marked for the students, and there'll be markings to show them which way to go as they get inside the gate. For Year 7, you've had a video to show you this from Miss Ponsonby, but once you come into the gate, you'll go to the left, you'll go to the side gate, right the way around the back of the building, round to the back staircase for languages and for the English heart space. You'll have all your lessons there, and at break and lunch times, you'll come down those stairs and your outside space will be down by the all-weather pitch where there's a large grassy area for you to be in. For Year 8, when you come into the school gates, you'll go towards the minibuses and then you'll go up to maths by the back staircases through the back fire doors. Your outdoor space will be down the main staircase, through the canteen and out onto the patio outside the canteen and half of the field, and that will be clearly marked for you. For Year 9, you will come into the school gates and head straight down, and then you will go behind where the bike sheds are and go into the fire doors there and up the stairs to humanities. And your outdoor space will be You will come down the same stairs. You will go out onto the back patio past the medical room, and you will have the back patio along by the sports hall and half of the field, which will be clearly cordoned off so that your space doesn't go into the Year 8 space. For Year 10, you will come in through the front doors and you'll go into science, which is where your learning area will be. And at break and lunchtime, your outdoor space will be at the front of the school, back through the front doors. For Year 11s, when you come in, you'll head down the side of the building to the right, all the way round to the back. You'll go into the science quad area and into the creative arts through the fire doors. And your outdoor space at break and lunchtime will be the science quad. All of these areas will be fully supervised at break and lunch times. And the girls know that when we're on duty, we have bright blue Chiltern Learning Trust jackets on so that they can see us really easily. And in this way, all the year groups, for the most part, will have their learning in specific areas, and there will be minimal movement around the school, and their outdoor spaces are separate at break and at lunchtime.
Students are expected to attend school in full school uniform. Students should speak to their year team if there are any specific uniform issues. Any uniform issues will be addressed immediately and contact will be made with home as necessary. It's really important that your daughter starts the school in the right frame of mind and also in the correct uniform. We maintain the same high expectations for uniform. Please ensure your daughter has her blazer on and also her tie. She should not be wearing leggings under her skirt or trousers. Your daughter should only wear one pair of earrings, no nail varnish, false nails, henna patterns or makeup please. No trainers are allowed to be worn, so sensible school shoes only. Your daughter will continue with PE lessons as usual, but the changing rooms will not be used. On the days that she has PE, she will wear her PE kit to school for the day. This must be the correct school PE kit only, and this will be reviewed after the first 6 weeks. During the first 6 weeks, she'll be doing a fitness program outside, so there'll be no team games for the first 6 weeks. The government guidance indicates that students should sit side by side and face the front. Classrooms will be arranged that the desks do this and they do face the front. The guidance also indicates that teachers should remain 2 metres from students in the classrooms. There'll be tape at the front of the classroom to indicate where the teacher will stand. Teachers will move to the students to avoid large numbers of students moving at any given time. Your daughter will follow her usual timetable but will not move around the school very much. The teacher will move to the students instead. In science, design and technology, drama and art, your daughter will not be able to do practical work in the usual way. In science, teachers will use simulations of experiments. In drama, they will work on individual projects on a play and present to the class. In art and DT, they will do projects which do not require specialist equipment. In PE, she will do outdoor fitness activities rather than team games. PE staff will collect the girls from their teaching areas and escort them to PE. In music, the teacher will collect the students from the teaching area and take them to the designated music room. And in computing, the teacher will collect them from their teaching area and take them to the allotted room. Equipment cannot be shared, and this is to minimise risks for everyone, so it is really important that your daughter comes prepared with the equipment she needs. She will need to bring with her pencils and pens in a pencil case, a glue stick, highlighters, a calculator, coloured pencils, scissors, which obviously have to be school safe type, and a math set, which includes a protractor and ruler. So what if your daughter's feeling anxious about returning to school? What support will she receive? Well, staff will be out to greet the girls on their first day to welcome them in. The first 2 lessons will be with their form tutor to enable arrangements to be explained to the girls and for them to ask their tutors any questions that they may have. The inset days on the 1st and the 2nd of September will focus on ensuring staff are equipped with the knowledge and skills to support your daughter after a long school closure. The pastoral team will be ready to support your daughter, and the Guidance for Parents booklet contains specific year team information, so please do not hesitate to contact them with any queries.
Will the prayer room be open on return to school? The prayer room, unfortunately, will need to remain closed as we cannot have students mixing from different year groups. However, in each Heartspace area, there are breakout rooms, and these will be used at lunchtime if students wish to go to pray. What are the arrangements for break and lunchtime? When school starts in September, there will not be a full canteen service. At break time, there will be no service at all. Therefore, it's really important that your daughter brings some snacks, including water, from home. We have got water stations, but again, these will be quite restricted. There will be two options for you and your daughter at lunchtime. Your daughter can either bring a packed lunch from home, or she can have a grab bag from the canteen, and this will consist of a sandwich, a drink, and a cake. We have previously emailed these to you, but they are attached to this email for your reference again. The grab bags will cost £3.10 each. As mentioned on slide 6, each year group will have a designated area to collect their lunch from and an outside area to spend their lunchtime. They will not be crossing over with students in other year groups at all. How will my daughter pay for lunch? You will need to pay for lunch on a platform called Parent Pay. This enables you to put money on for the whole week for your daughter. We will not be able to accept any cash in school, and students are unable to use the machines that they would ordinarily put their cash in, as this requires the use of fingerprints or pins. Instructions for the use of Parent Pay are on the next slide for you. If you have never used Parent Pay before, here are a few instructions about what you need to do. If you have never activated this, you should have received a letter in the post giving you a username and an activation code. You will need to activate your account by visiting www.parentpay.com. If you have any issues at all, please do not hesitate to contact us, admin@cholneygirls.luton.sch.uk, and we will do our very best to help you. If you already have an account which you may have activated previously, but you've forgotten the password, you can reset the password by visiting parentpay.com and clicking on the forgotten login details in the top right corner. This will reset and enable you to reset a password. There is a video here for those of you that are using Parent Pay for the first time. Please do take a few minutes to watch this, as it is very, very helpful. What about face masks and face coverings? Chiltern Learning Trust, including our school, will follow government guidelines and Public Health England guidelines regarding the wearing of masks and coverings in school. Face coverings and masks will not be worn whilst in lessons or on the school site. Your daughter can by all means wear a mask to school, but she will need to remove this on arrival to school. At each entrance, there will be a bin to dispose of single-use face masks or coverings. If your daughter has a reusable material face mask, please provide a plastic bag so she can store it in her bag while she is in school for the day. What about hand washing in school? Your daughter will use hand sanitizer on the way into school to clean her hands before entering the building. We are also extending our break by 10 minutes to enable the girls to wash their hands in the Heartspace toilets facilities or to use hand sanitizer before break. Your daughter will be asked to wash their hands or use this before and at the end of lunchtime also. We will endeavour to encourage good hand hygiene routines at all times for all students.
We've made some changes to the way that we're going to do the fire drill in September. What we will do from September is that all the girls in their different year groups will continue to line up outside behind the school, but they'll line up in different areas on the field or on the all-weather pitch. And in this way, we'll make sure that there's ample space between all of the year groups should there be a fire alarm. We'll practice this in the second week of term, but we'll explain to the girls in the first week of term where they will stand on the field if there is a fire alarm. If your daughter has any symptoms of COVID-19 at home, then she should stay at home and you should arrange for her to have a test. As you know, the three main symptoms of COVID-19 are a high temperature, a new and continuous cough, or a loss of sense of smell or taste. If you need to organise a test, You can go online and do that, and the pathway is given for you in this PowerPoint. If you don't have access to the internet, or if it's easier, you can book a test by phoning NHS 119. Once you've got the result of the test, if it's a positive test, then please contact the main school reception or email us on the admin address as soon as you receive the test result.
If the test is positive, as mentioned in the previous slide, please ensure that you phone the school to inform us. You can either phone the school reception or you can email the admin address, which is available on our website. It's really important that you state your child's full name and their form. Following government advice then, it is absolutely imperative that your daughter stays at home for 10 days and only returns to school once she is no longer displaying any symptoms of COVID-19. The rest of the family should also follow government guidelines and they should self-isolate for 14 days.
If your daughter falls ill at school and she's showing any signs of COVID-19, we'll call you straight away so that you can come and pick her up. While she's waiting, she'll wait in one of 2 rooms so that she's away from other students and that the first aiders can take care of her. The medical room will be open during the school day, and the medical room will be open for those students who, for example, need to take medication during the day at specific points, and also for any students who are taken ill but are not showing symptoms of COVID-19. There are not many of you that come to school on the buses, but for those of you that do, we've spoken to the general manager of Arriva Buses in Luton, and she's given us the advice that's on the slide. The key things to remember are that capacity on the buses will be reduced, and therefore you should make sure that you give more time for your journey to get to school on time. And secondly, they won't be accepting cash on the buses, and therefore please go to the website or download the app so that you can order your tickets online so that you're ready when you take the bus to school. Thank you for watching this presentation. We hope alongside the booklet that you found it helpful. We all hope that you're having a peaceful, a happy and a healthy summer holiday. We're very much looking forward to seeing all the year 8, 9, 10s and 11s back in school, and we're also very excited about welcoming the new year 7s into school properly in September. Please follow us on Twitter. The details are given on this slide. We get lots of updates on Twitter so that you can follow all of our news really easily, as well as making sure that you look at the website and also checking your email too. If you have any immediate queries, please email the admin address shown on the slide, which is checked daily, and therefore we can get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you all very much, and we look forward to seeing you all in September.